Hello family, welcome back to another video. I really appreciate your time and I won't take any of them for granted. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you about 4 very popular and overused African praise break progression that I believe every keyboardist or minister should be aware of. Of course, I'm a Nigerian, so I'll be a little bit centered on the Nigerian or let's say the African style of praise, which I'm more familiar with. However, I believe irrespective of your nationality within Africa, I believe you should still be able to find some sort of value from this video. So before we even proceed in the video in the first place, what do we mean by praise break in case you are new to this term, especially as a beginner? So in a nutshell, praise breaks are just simply those high energetic moments within a praise song. And mind you, before proceeding, the key term to note here is high energetic. So when I mean high energetic, I mean in terms of the tempo of the song, that is how fast the praise song is, in terms of the rhythm, in terms of the melody, and so on. Okay, so praise break is just simply those high energetic moments within a praise song characterized by energetic dance movement and most importantly call and response. For example, something like this. Oh yeah, touch your neighbor, 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 touch your neighbor. Okay, now you've understood this, let's now move to the 4 overused African praise break progression that I believe every beginner or every keyboardist should be familiar with. Alright, the first overused praise break progression is the 6-5-4-4-5-6. Okay, also known as La, So, Fa, Sol, La. Okay, so in case you are more comfortable with softer notes, you can take it that way. So for example, in the key of F, okay, so we all know the 6th chord is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 5th chord is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 4th chord is 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see how this chord progression sounds. So most often is usually played using this particular rhythm pattern, something like this. So in the key of F, okay, 6, 5, 4, 4, 5, 6. La, so, fa, sol, la. So most often that's how you are going to hear the chord progression being played. So let's see how this chord progression sound in live praise songs so that you understand how it actually works practically. And remember, I just picked the key of F, but it's still the same principle in any key, okay? Just the 6th, the 5th, and 4th chord in that particular key. 6, 5, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 4, 5, 6. It's also worth knowing that sometimes the 3rd chord in the scale, for example in the key of F, which is 1, 2, 3, which is this, sometimes it can be used to replace the 5th chord, okay? That's the relative minor of the 5th chord. But most times in the context of this chord progression, the way it's usually played is instead of playing the 3rd chord, which is usually a minor chord, in a minor format, you can make it a major chord, okay, which pulls it to the 6th chord, okay. So instead of 6, 5, 4, 4, 5, 6, sometimes they could play it like this. You see that? Now this next chord progression, I don't know if I'm to call this a chord progression, but nevertheless, I'll still call it a chord progression. I'm saying this because this chord progression consists of only one single chord, okay? And that's the 6th chord, okay? So let's pick C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this chord progression, the 6th chord is just being repeated all through the song. So most times I call this a constant 6 chord progression, okay? So let's see how this chord progression sound, and then we see how it's sounding real praise songs. So the chord progression sounds something like this, just on the 6. See that? So something like this. That's the 6th chord in C sharp. This is the 6th chord. in B flat. See. Okay. So you can hear that constant 6. This is in the key of B flat. Okay, so you can hear the constant 6. Our main focus is the progression. The key of D major. Constant 6. The key of F sharp. Now, very briefly before proceeding, I know there are many other things going on both in the right hand and the left hand, that is both the lead line and bass line, but I'm going to leave that for another video. I want this video to just be strictly based on the chord progression so that it's going to be organized, and I'm going to make another video where I can teach you some extra stuff you can play with your right hand and maybe even your left hand to beautify the progressions the more. Now, the next two chord progression I'm going to be revealing, that is the 1-5-1 and the 1-4-5-4. Sound very similar in most praise songs, and most times they are often mistaken for each other. So the key difference between these two chord progression is that in the 1-5-1 progression, each of the chords in the progression are held for 2 beats, while in the 1-4-5-4, each of the chords are held for a single beat. So this is what I mean. So for the 1-5-1, for example, in the key of C, each of the chords are held for 2 beats like this. So something like this. So 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. While in the 1-4-5-4, each of the chords are held for a single beat like this. So something like this. 1, 4. See that? Just for 1 beat. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1. One, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5. Four, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4. 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, Alright guys, that's gonna be all for this video. My next video is gonna be about breaking down some beautiful lead lines or riffs or grooves you can play with your right hand, or let's say your left hand, to beautify these basic praise break progressions. Do well, hope you check them out. If you find value, like and subscribe. We'll see you in our next video.